always say, this Chef T Best coming at you with another episode of Besses. Happy Valentines. On this episode, I'm inviting my wife to join me in the kitchen. Okay, on today's episode, normally, me and my wife, we jet set somewhere for the Valentine's Day weekend or the Valentine's Day. But because Valentine's Day has been falling throughout the week, normally I'll cook us a nice meal and we'll sit home or just relax and just enjoy each other. So we want to bring what we do here at Best Manor to you. So on this episode today,
a full menu,
bone-in New York strip steak. We're going to have herb roasted red potatoes. And we're also going to have a dessert. But before the dessert, I got a trick that I'm going to show y'all about some asparagus. But like I always tell you, it's always something different coming out of the lab. So, hey, we want to tell y'all good folks.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
We have a full menu, so that means we even have a drink. So I've already gotten started on my drink. This is the Love Bellini, and it's only going to take about 5 minutes to make. This is going to be my contribution to the dinner. But this is something that you can prepare beforehand, like I did, and you can actually sip on this while you're cooking, or you can do it, with your meal. But it's super, super easy to make. Drink very, very light.
Again, thank y'all for subscribing and loving Besses. We want y'all to stay tuned. We'll be right back. I already told y'all good folks what the menu was going to be. So now, let's go ahead and get started on these red potatoes, okay? Come on, follow me. So, now, put these knives over here. This is my first cutting board for today, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and rinse these potatoes off real good. Okay. Cool. So what we are going to do, we're going to quarter these potatoes. All right. So got my little friend right here, just to make sure that my knife is sharp. My little knife sharpener here. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna set that right there. We're gonna quarter it. Okay, got them all quartered up real good, right? Cool. Now, this right here is just the beginning of what we're getting ready to do, okay? We're gonna take these potatoes and drop them right on the side of this bag right here, okay? So, now, remember I told you, since we're going to do herb roasted baked potatoes, okay? So now, the potatoes are in the bag, right? So cool. What I have here is brown sugar, dried thyme, dried rosemary, and dried parsley, okay? You see the herbs? You see the brown sugar, right? Cool. So, if you remember on the last episode when we did the pork tenderloin, remember I said, you have to have something in order for your herbs to stick. So, what we got? Extra virgin olive oil. So, I'm going to use 3.25 ounces of olive oil, okay? I'm going to go ahead and pour this in, okay? Got that good. See that? Got that good. So now, the herbs. Ooh. Even the best make a few mistakes. So, 3.25 ounces of herbs. Remember what I said it was? Dried thyme, dried rosemary, dried parsley, and brown sugar. Here we go. Going in. Okay, going in. See that? So now, you just watch me. Old faithful Ziploc don't never fail me. You want to make sure these are coated real good. I mean, good and coated. Good and coated. Good and coated. Okay? Even though these potatoes has already been coated in olive oil, I'm gonna spray my pan. It's all ready to go. Mind you, it's only me and Mama, so these are gonna be enough. These are gonna be enough, right, for the dinner that we plan on having on tonight. Okay? Look at it. See them? See it? See it? So you really don't want to touch. You want to make sure each potato has its own room. We're going to put these in the oven at 300 degrees for 1 hour. Okay? 1 hour? Yeah, 1 hour. Because you're dropping the temp to 300, but you want them to cook low and slow. And you want everything to make sure it's doing what it's doing. So here we go, y'all. We're going in. Herb roasted red potatoes. 300 degrees. Start. Cook time. 1 hour. That's that. Now, let me go ahead and wash up. Get myself ready. When I get back, we're going to do a little bit more excitement. So, I had them marinating overnight in tequila, red wine, vinegar, and some Italian dressing. Okay? So let's take these out. Beautiful. Beautiful. I went to my little favorite little farmer's market and I told the butcher exactly what I wanted, and these are what he cut for me. Okay? You see that? It's beautiful, right? Cool. So what I want to do is now I'm going to take my little napkin right here and I want to pat these down. Okay? I want to pat these down. Because I'm going to do a dry rub as well on top of this. Even though it marinated and all the seasonings are really flowing vividly through it, I still want to add my dry rub to it. So, my dry rub consists of dry mustard, dry rosemary, brown sugar, cumin, thyme, parsley, sage, Hungarian paprika, red pepper flakes, coarse black pepper. And like I always tell y'all, I keep my secret recipe, and I'm going to let y'all know this eventually, one day. I'm going to tell you everything that I need for y'all to know about this secret spice. So what we're getting ready to do now is, just go ahead and put this on. Ready to do now is, I got my pan, it's good enough. A little bit of water, and I'm gonna add a few more spices to this, okay? This right here is going to cook our steak once I sear it, okay? So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is, you can adjust this to any kind of to your flavor taste profile, okay? All right, listen. See this right here? This is called Rio Grande. All right, this is one of the things that I use when I'm doing my catering and stuff like that. Add a flair to the meal or my meats. So go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little slit right here. This is going in as well. Right around. I'm gonna mix this up real good. I'm mixing this up real good. Okay. Boys and girls, we we're getting ready to get it started. Okay, cool. So here we go. I got my New York strips. Okay. We're only searing this to infuse and make sure all of our flavor stays inside of our meat, okay? So, on per se, you might want to do this 2 minutes per side. If you know what you're doing, you can press it. You can tell it does it. See, that's what I want. Right now is rare. If I was to cut it to the steak, it'll bleed like a hog. But here, where we do it at, we do it a little bit on the medium well side, right? So both sides already encrusted, got it going on. Now we're going over here to the Korean grill. See that bone coming up out of there? Okay, remember earlier I was telling y'all good folks about the garnish that I'm going to use for these steaks. Okay, so cool. We have some scallions. I have some parsley, fresh parsley, red onions, and I have some oyster mushrooms. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm about to go ahead now and I'm going to show you something real good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. You look at this right here. See all that good fondue off of that steak, them herbs? This right here is going to be a part of my garnish for the steaks. So listen to them. Look at them. See them? And they're doing just perfect. Okay, cool. So now, let me go ahead and deglaze this pan. So I'm gonna deglaze this pan. I'm deglazing it. Because I want to keep all this goodness that's on the bottom of this pan. Because all of this is going to be a part of the steak. And right here, I'm cutting up my onions and getting my Mirepoix together. But in this Mirepoix, I'm only going to use onions, bell peppers, Italian parsley. And we're going to give all these a nice little rough chop. And we're going to throw it in the pan. Right here is the oyster mushrooms that I was telling you about earlier. These are some of the best mushrooms that you will ever want to taste. I'm just giving them a rough chop. Hey, and they're going right in. So, sauteing it on up. Cut this down to a medium heat. We're going to let this go ahead and saute down. And when I come back, we're going to finish it all off. So remember I was telling you about this garnish for these steaks? Come over here. If you know about your steaks, perfect. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to top these steaks off. See how we looking? See how we looking? Just perfect. Okay? So, why not? What I'm getting ready to do is, I'm going to come over here. Now you see, we have our asparagus. Remember I was telling you about what I was going to do with these asparagus, right? So, let's go ahead and get to it. So, an asparagus is a very lovely vegetable. Knock these down some, okay? Don't get me wrong, normally, in any other kind of meal that I would be preparing with asparagus, I will use these. But not today, okay? So what we're getting ready to do is, See these little barnacles or little thorns on the asparagus? I'm gonna go ahead and knock these off real good, okay? We're gonna go ahead and season these. Make our little egg wash. We're gonna deep fry these bad boys in to go along with that splendid meal. But you can see, these are fresh. What I'm getting ready to do over here, I have 2 cups of almond milk and I have 1 cup of heavy cream. I have 2 eggs. I already whipped up into it. So now let's go ahead and do our thing. So I'm coming here because I wanted to have that light crust, that lightness to it. So I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil to this, okay? I'm only using a little bit, okay? So now we're gonna toss these up in here. Okay? Toss these up. Toss these up. Okay? So look right here. I have Saison Cotota, 3.25 ounces of Saison Cotota. Okay? Here we go. I'm putting this into our wash. Got my little beater. Get all this all good mixed up in here. This belonged to my grandmother. And I'm still carrying it around with me now. This thing here has some history on it, okay? So, here we go.
How long do these cook, babe?
Babe, I'm gonna let these fry. Cause like I said, we deep frying them. The grease has already been hot. It's already good to go. So we're gonna just go ahead and toss it in here for like about at least a good 3 to 5 minutes. Because you do not want to take away the integrity of your vegetable. You feel me? You still want that natural crisp and flavor to it as well. We're ready to go. They're coming out. See that? A little bit of my Saison. And I'm gonna sprinkle it over, okay? And this, ladies and gentlemen, is deep fried asparagus.
So at the beginning of the show, I spoke about the cocktail that I'm going to make. It's called the Love Bellini Smoothie Cocktail. So I'm gonna tell you everything that you need. It's really, really simple. You're gonna need a blender. So I have my Ninja. I have the medium-sized pitcher. You're also going to need some ice. And I have about a cup of ice. I only use about 6 or 7 cherries. And I also have peaches. So those are the only 2 fruit that I chose for this. You can definitely choose whatever fruit you want to for this drink. Also using the mocktails by Ocean Spray. This is really, really good, and it's also good virgin. So you can just use this and mix it up as a virgin cocktail as well. And then I also used a Moscato. So the Moscato is a sangria Moscato, and it's really smooth. And you just put them all together, you blend them up, and you have a wonderful smoothie cocktail. The Love Bellini.
All right, babe, get together over there now.
Put my top on. Let's go. Just gonna kind of pulse it a couple of times. And we're gonna blend it up. And voila. A nice
Only at Besses.
than the first round.
Now we're getting ready to go ahead and plate this dish. Here we go. See that? You still see the little redness in it. But I like my meat to be damn near well done. Medium well, you know, depends on my flavor of the day. So here we go. God damn it, boy. Look at him. I'm telling you something, but listen to me. Restaurant quality food. Here we go. I'm using the hands because, you know, I hear French fries. Listen. And the crunch is still there. You do not lose the integrity. So, we've already done the meal. So here we go. We got 2 cubes of butter, right? Putting them in this little saucepan. So now we're getting ready to go ahead and do the dessert. What I'm getting ready to do is do my little garnish, my little chocolate garnish, my little additives and things that I use whenever I'm trying to create something in the kitchen. Here we go. Let this go ahead and melt on down right here. I have some chocolate flavored syrup. And now I have some Swiss Miss chocolate. Dark chocolate. Besses to your family on this Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Happy Love Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. We want y'all to continue to love each other as much as we love each other and enjoy loving Besses. Y'all have a good night. Hey, don't forget, like, subscribe, and please keep us in your prayers.
Yeah, and don't eat both of those desserts at the same time. It was either or.
Guess what? I told y'all if you're gonna do it big.
It was either or. Don't.
If you're gonna do it big,
both of those at the same time.
If you're gonna do it big, do it the best way. Right? Both of them. Don't worry about the calories. You better work before you know it. Y'all have a good one.
Cheers.
Cheers.